Okay, let's see. Changes to test ships and submarines. Are they removing them? Based on testing results, we are applying changes to Agano, Gukase, Shimanto, Takahashi, Tromp, Yodo, and Monmouth, as well as submarines. The following changes will take effect on the live server on Wednesday, September 21st. That's tomorrow. Okay, interesting. Are they removing them, Copium, right? Agano. Range nerf. Pretty brutal. 13.9 is pretty brutal for tier 5 cruiser. Gukase. Whoa, tier 6 with 13.9 is even more brutal. Surface detect increased 9.5 to 10.9. What? What the fuck is this? Oof. Did these things have a smoke? They didn't have a smoke, did they? No? They didn't have a smoke, did they? So like, this is a huge nerf in like both ways. So much for incremental nerfs. This is gigantic. Were people like actually having some success and Wargaming was like, man, we're never gonna make any money if you can't make people skip this line. We need to make people skip to tier 10 as we do with the other ships, so. Because this is, oof. What's the point of a light cruiser with this no smoke and this concealed though? Jesus. Shimanto. Main battery firing range reduced from 18.7 to 17.6. Okay. Surface detect increased from 11. Ooh, that's big as well. That used to be its thing, like conceal, but that's gone. That's brutal. Okay. Interesting. Other detectability ranges increase proportionally. Takahashi. Okay. Big surface detect nerfs. But these things didn't have radar or smoke. So why did the concealment need to be so bad? I don't get it. Mogami now outspots Shimanto, right? Like, wait, like, 12.5 times 0.9 times 0.9. 10.1 conceal. That's for a light cruiser. That's not very good. For a light cruiser? Like, you get outspotted by, I guess, all the other light cruisers? It's like Neptune's conceal, yeah. But Neptune has a super heal and a smoke. This thing has neither. What? I guess they really want you to sit at as far away as possible and lob HE. Wasn't the DPM of the ships pretty questionable as well? I think I remember it being pretty questionable. Did they change that? I remember the DPM being quite bad on this, actually. Wait, hold on, like, can you see them here? I think you can. What was this thing called? Takahashi. Takahashi. What is Takahashi's DPM? Let's see. There. Shimanto Takahashi. HE DPM 160. 160 HE DPM. Is that good for a cruiser? No? What? Seattle has 243. Cleveland. What? Where does 160 put you? What the fuck? Here. And it doesn't have any AAP either. Shimanto is here as well. Like they're both here. What? That's the 7 Provincian DPM. But like, you have no smoke, no super heal, and now you got conceal that is the same as like these guys up here. What? Huh. Okay. This does not sound like a particularly fun light cruiser experience. It sounds very one-dimensional. You sit at range and you lob HE. And you can't really do anything else because you have neither armor, conceal, consumables, anything. Yikes. Dutch Destroyer Trump gets a buff to the guns. Not surprising, that ship was really underwhelming. Yodo. Huge Yodo buff. Wait, is this the tier 10? This is tier 10, right? So they nerfed everything else in the line, and then they gave a huge buff to the tier 10. Yo, this is... I mean, do I even need to say what this is? Like, have you guys been playing this game long enough to understand what we just witnessed? Have you guys been playing this game long enough to realize what we just witnessed? Thank you, Amatsukozy for the 36 and kill bars, yeah. Say it? Yeah. I mean... If you're gonna play this line, you better free XP to the tier 10. Or early access to BlueNet or whatever. Because... They literally brutalized every single ship in the line. The 5, 6, 8, 9. Not the 7, by the way. And then they buffed the shit out of the tier 10. Dude. This is the most obvious, like... skip, because you're gonna suffer otherwise. Huge buff. I mean, it's from 14 to 12.5, 1.5 second buff. It is a significant, it's more than a 10% DPM buff. I don't know if it's gonna be enough to make the Yodo relevant. It still seems like an design, but it's still not gonna be a whole lot of HE DPM. But Jesus. Monmouth. Oh, it had AP shell fuse delay increased. Okay, it had like daring fuse or minotaur fuse? Interesting. They made it normal fuse. This is normal fuse. This is 33 milliseconds. This is interesting. This is like classic cruiser, heavy cruiser. 216 HE DPM now. Really? Okay, normally I hate only comparing DPM on a cruiser, because usually they have other things going for them. They got radars, or they got smokes or conceal or whatever, but this thing actually doesn't have any of those. So the only thing the Yodo has going for it is DPM. So what kind of DPM are we talking here? 216k HE DPM. Let's see. 216k HE DPM. So it's gonna sit above Nevsky. I mean, that's very respectable DPM. It's good. So it's gonna go from here to about here. It's gonna sit here. Okay, but is that enough to play it over Nevsky though? Or Hinden? Because Hinden can push in. It's got tankiness and all that. Or Nevsky can do that and radar. So Yodo will have what, 18k range, but 216k HE DPM. I don't know, man. It seems like a very one-dimensional... I don't know why they keep making the IJN cruisers so one-dimensional. Like Yoshino, for example, you can do one thing, that's sit at long range and throw heavy HE at or big caliber HE at targets with the occasional AP, but if you push in, you die. And now they seem to be doing the same thing with the Yodo. You sit at range and you throw a shit ton of HE at the target, and if you push in, you die. Yoda wants to use torps more? Oh, maybe. That's true, actually. It does have stronger torpedoes. We'll see how it plays. But this shit here, this is the most blatant fucking skip to tier 10 shit I've ever seen. Preparation of the submarine surveillance consumable reduced. Preparation submarine surveillance. Oh, they didn't remove them. Unfortunate. The following commander skills for submarines will also be changed. Consumable specialist. 1 to 3 skill points. Bonus to consumable preparation time and cooldown increased. 5 to 15%. Okay. Helmsman. 2 to 1. Consumable enhancement 3 to 2. Okay, well these aren't that big. Honestly, the biggest change was just the fact that they clearly want you to free XP the light cruiser IJN line. 13.9 range on a tier 6, chat. 13.9 on a tier 6, like, that seems like Ebola. Does anyone, wait, what cruiser has, what cruiser at tier 6 has that kind of range? Main battery, let's see, range. So you're getting the same range as ships that have smoke. Or really good conceal. That's pretty much it. Detect my sea. Yeah, these are the ships that we're talking here. And you're gonna have what, 10.9? So you're gonna sit here with 13.9 range. That sounds like, this sounds like suffering. They're trying to justify selling the skip via early access, then free XP. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at as well. It seems like these are objectively made to be really, really painful to play. Like, just really unfun to play. I feel like they're regretting making good tier 6s and 5s, like Landers and Fijis, that people enjoy playing. I feel like they're regretting doing that, because they're like, damn, people really enjoy these ships. How they're not spending any money. We need to make really awful ones now so people spend money. Seems pretty sus. And then at the same time they're wondering why the new player queue is dead. I wonder why. I wonder why.